and welcome to the Be Your Own Coach NLP Immersive. I'm so glad you're here and I'm so excited to get started with you. We all have goals, dreams and hopes for our lives and the lives of others that we love and live and work with. Why is it though that sometimes we create things with such ease and sometimes we don't? Why is it that there are certain people who just don't seem any more or less special than anyone else, get it, and some don't? What makes the difference between a winner who consistently wins and someone who comes second place? Why is it that often we know what to do, but we don't do it? Why do we fall short on the things that we want sometimes when we really want them? Is life playing games with us? How can we create lives and relationships and businesses where we consistently accomplish the goals and desires we have for ourselves without drama or struggle? These are the questions I started asking myself many years ago as an athlete, a world champion martial artist, and when I got very sick and was told that my body was never going to recover, but also nobody knew what was really wrong with me. I was in debt, I was unhappy, and I remember driving to work every day in the traffic on my way to the office. I used to be an interior architect where I would design these magnificent homes for some of Sydney's wealthiest people, and I'd think, how is it possible that my clients work way less than I do and their lighting fixtures in their holiday home costs more than my entire year's wage? It was at this time that I really started to question everything and start taking in some new and uncharted actions and new directions in my life. During this time, I was really ill. I came across this incredible art and science called NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. I could be in that space, and despite my harrowing fatigue and the pain I felt in my body, I was a different person in there. I was awake all day for the first time in months. There was something about being in a space where the diagnoses and the stories of my experiences that I was carrying with me were just set aside for a minute and observed like an anthropologist with no judgment. And I was seen by my teachers and everyone in the room as a big ball of pure potential, albeit with a bunch of stuff kind of covering my light. But being held to that standard during my time of learning, naturally my preconceptions and my perceptions of myself that were real began to loosen up. My reality became different from then on. Who you really are is love and light and goodness and freedom, and what stops us from tapping into that are negative emotions, limiting decisions, and internal conflicts. And when we release these things, we become more of who we really are. And the beautiful thing about this is that when you start to shift and change at the core, every area of your life is blessed because of it. Everything starts within. I promised myself back then, over 10 years ago now, that when I got better, I would dedicate my life to teaching what I know. And I still get emotional about it, and here we are. What I love so much about this training is that we're combining the science and the energy, the physical and the metaphysical, to bring you these practical and energetic resources for upgrading your entire life. I'm not here to pump you up and have you motivated, going home not knowing what the heck to do when you get there, binder in hand. I'm here to support you to create calmly a deep, profound change on both the conscious and the unconscious levels, with specific techniques to take home with you and to keep forever, to keep you on track, motivated, and to keep closing the gap between where you are and where you want to be. So, welcome. So, here's what to expect. The first few weeks, we're going to be setting the groundwork to create a really strong foundation for the rest of the year. And every week you'll receive support from me, either in the form of new content to learn and practice with, or with a live call. All of the details and all of the calls and any updates are posted on the website. We'll provide you a link under this video, plus in our shared Facebook group, and they'll also be emailed to you. If you have any questions, you can always email holla, H-O-L-A, at hayleycarr.tv. And I really encourage you to jump into our Facebook group anytime, anywhere, for any reason whatsoever, to ask your questions relating to the content, not just waiting for our in-person calls, which will happen every other week with me. So enjoy. We're going to have a week of content and then a week where we have a call with me, so you have plenty of time to soak it in and assimilate your learnings and practice things and get to know them and develop your questions. And then every other week you're going to have a call with me where you can ask anything you want. I'm going to be doing live demonstrations. We're going to be putting all the content into context, into real life with real world examples, so you can take these tools out of the kind of comprehension stage and into the actual assimilation and use every day without thinking about it, unconscious competence stage. And I'm really excited for that with you. So I can't wait to get started. Let's dive in.